Welcome to Entertainment Tech. My name's Sarah Luke.
And I'm Candace Barbara.
Today we've got a great episode filled with TV shows, movie reviews, and all the latest celebrity happenings.
Let's start with some TV show reviews.
The Real Housewives of Orange County were back at it again as they celebrate Tamra's fitness studio opening. Despite Tamra's better judgment, she agrees to let Vicki bring Alexis and her friend Lydia to her party, and Alexis surprisingly agrees to go. Heather and Terry have dinner with Lydia and her husband and are told their house will not be featured on the cover of Lydia's family's magazine, which makes for an awkward meal as Heather turns down the offer to be in the magazine altogether. Tamra, Gretchen, and Heather share their worries about Alexis coming as soon as they arrive at Tamra's party. When Vicki, Alexis, and Lydia arrive, there could not be more tension in the room, and the ladies have a hard time even making small talk. Gretchen and Vicki get into a confrontation about Vicki's new grandson when they both make insulting remarks about the other to their friends, but clearly loud enough for each other to hear. Their attempt at a peaceful night is ruined when Alexis gets into an argument with Tamra. Alexis claims the ladies gang up and bully her and tells Tamra to butt out of the conversation. With that, Tamra screams and kicks Alexis out of the party. Tamra tells Vicki it's time to choose sides, either her or Alexis. Don't miss more drama that is sure to come on The Real Housewives of Orange County on Mondays at 8 on Bravo.
Things were getting pretty awkward this week as the truth behind Ricky's death is unveiled. We find out a little more about Miss High School Bully Sadie, and we almost feel bad for her. Almost. Apparently, she had never had sex with Ricky and is still a virgin. Not only that, Sadie's dad fled the country since they lost all their money, and her mom's in rehab. Okay, so maybe we do feel a little bad for Sadie. Ming is getting a little too close to her new boyfriend, and the Asian Mafia is keeping a close eye on her. But that's not the strangest part of the whole episode. Oh, no, no, no. The BFF double date has to take the cake. I mean, can this show get any more awkward? The connection between Jake and Jenna is undeniable, but hello, you both have moved on. Maddie and Jenna finally have the talk after the pregnancy scandal, but for once it turned out fine. They are still together and as happy as ever. So what's next for these high schoolers? Check out Awkward on MTV every Tuesday at 10.
The gang on Parks and Recreation said goodbye to Jerry as he celebrated his retirement after working for 41 years in the government. Leslie was caught off guard when she found out it was Jerry's last day because everyone ignored him, as usual. Leslie makes it her mission to accomplish a list of goals Jerry made years ago. She ends up having breakfast at his house with his unexpectedly attractive wife and daughters and realizes that he may not have been the most successful at work, but he views his full family life as being the most important. Tom has a tough time adjusting to Jerry's departure as he becomes the new Jerry and is the target of everyone's jokes. Anne and Chris still plan on having a baby, but things get a little complicated when they realize they may want to be in a relationship again. At the end of the episode, Leslie and Ben decide to follow in Jerry's footsteps and spend less time at work and more time devoted to their marriage. Don't miss all the funny moments on Thursdays at 9:30 on NBC.
After last week's episode of Glee, it was nice to see things a bit more lighthearted. Things seem different, though, without Sue, and I think we can all agree we are looking forward to the episode where she returns. Rachel is channeling her inner Barbara for her New Girl audition, while Finn finally does something with his life and decides to attend college, all while living with Puck. This idea sounds great. They party, and I'm left to wonder, where in the heck are these types of parties here at Tech? I mean, for real, hit me up, yo. But New Directions is struggling with their regional theme, Dreams. This year, since Shu, shockingly, has picked an outdated song list. Hello, Gleekers. Didn't it hit you like 5 times when he's done this? It should just be expected by now. Poor Marley's written songs are denied before she even gets to be heard, have them heard. And we're left to wonder, has the New Directions not learned anything from the previous seasons and songwriting? Hello, Loser Like Me was a hit. She was still bitter about Finn and Emma's kiss and hopes his visit to Finn's college will give him a proper opportunity to talk it out. After some thinking it through, the two hug it out and move past it all. Yay! What a happy ending, but how long will it last? Check out Glee every Thursday on Fox.
All right, so Candace, I know we've talked about what would Ryan Lochte do on E, and it actually aired this Sunday.
I saw non-stop tweets about this.
Really?
Literally, my little neighbor from the shore who just turned 17 is just like, oh, I would help you out, Ryan Lochte. And I was just like, no, stop, like, creepy, you're my little baby, stop. But yeah, like, Twitter blew up. He had 3 trends going on.
Really?
Different ones.
Was one Jia? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
He has this word. It's like yeah, but with the J instead of a Y. He's like Jia.
I mean, I know cha, but I've never heard yeah.
It's like his own personal word. See, like I watched it just because I was like really curious.
Yeah.
And it was just so stupid. Like this guy.
I feel like he has no common sense. I think the only thing he has got going for him is the fact that he's good looking and he's a good swimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay, I guess, but why would you make a TV show about it?
And that'll get him friends, and that'll get him relationships. I'm not going to say girlfriends, but he just is so full of himself, and like he calls his friends like Lochte or like Lochte Entourage or Lochte Nation, something stupid like that. And he's like, yeah, I'm Ryan Lochte, do it the Lochte way, like.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Either he's really like that or they're paying him to be like that. It's got to be one or the other.
I don't know.
I mean, I know he was talking bad about Michael Phelps before the Olympics this summer.
Yeah.
He was saying some not very nice things, and that upset me because I was like, bro, you realize that A, he's on your team, B, yeah, maybe he smokes a little weed, whatever, but he's still a very respectable sports competitor.
Athlete, yeah.
Yeah, like he's done so much for the swimming field, and then you're gonna sit there and knock him down because you're jealous that you haven't gotten to his point yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either, and
I feel like every episode I'm just saying I don't like someone. But sorry.
I know, it's like, this looks bad. I feel like we're coming up with a list of with people that annoy us, but at least in Ryan Lochte's situation, it doesn't even seem like he can put together full sentences. He'll say something like, I don't want no pickles, or something weird. No, I do not want any pickles. Like, he can't speak.
Maybe people just pay, like, he pays people to speak for him. I mean, I'm sure he has enough money.
I think so. And so, I don't know. There was a funny part in the episode where he was sitting with his sisters and they were deciding on a movie to watch. And they were like, you know, Ryan, it's your house, you pick. And he was like, okay, well, let's watch my favorite movie, What Women Want, with Mel Gibson. Have you seen that movie? And he's like,
yes.
If I could understand and hear women's thoughts, I'd be the king of the world. I'm like, oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. If you could hear your own thoughts. Like, I just don't think he's intelligent.
It's probably just an empty, like, air bubble in there. You know, maybe with a ping pong ball bouncing around or something.
And now he wants to be in the fashion world. So, I don't know. It's one of those shows that's just entertaining. I'll watch it. But, like, really, I don't know. Okay.
I just don't understand society today.
I know. It's just a reality show, and I'm sure most of it is fake.
Oh, obviously.
All right, now the creator of Revenge, Mike Kelly, has announced that he's actually leaving the series after the season 2 finale.
Wow, that's really short.
Yeah, 2 seasons, and this is like a really successful show. I don't know the reasons why he's leaving, but I think there's going to be, you know, it's going to be a huge change. Like,
how are they going to do that? Like we've mentioned in previous episodes, when you leave a series, like, it's never the same.
Yeah.
Because they have their set characters, set plots, all of that, and they have to scramble to find a way to explain why you're gone now.
Yeah.
Unless they purposely kill you off for...
Well, he's the creator. He's not like an actor.
I know, but just, like, imagine, like, how are they going to do that now?
Yeah.
Like, how, like, because if, he's the, like, brains behind it.
Yeah, like, the characters might change, yeah.
Like, the new Iron Man 3 was directed by someone completely different, everything, and all of Marvel fans, myself included, were really nervous. Like, what is this guy going to do with the characters created? And I mean, from the reviews I've read, the little things that have leaked online, it looks like it'll be okay. So I'm hoping maybe that'll go on with that, but you don't know. You don't know,
so who knows, like, what's going to happen with Revenge. I'm, like, 6 episodes behind or something. I need to catch up, but I don't know. We'll see, but he promises...
My grandma will surely be upset. She loves Revenge.
Your grandma?
Oh, yeah.
But he said that the season 2 finale is one to watch. He says it's amazing, and I'm sure he's saying that because it's his last episode. Okay, now, also... the show House of Cards is a Netflix-created show, and it's getting a lot of, like, buzz, and so many people, celebrities, are talking about how they're watching it, and Kevin Spacey stars in it, and the director is actually the director of The Social Network. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Anyways, like, Benjamin Button, he's directed tons of stuff, so I was surprised that he's directing a Netflix show. but it's like more than a Netflix show. It's
I feel it's
intense.
like have you ever seen those mockumentaries and stuff on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Like for a while, like my senior year of high school, your freshman year here, YouTube was doing mockumentary series and coming up with their own TV show series that was being premiered on that. Like Dorm Life was one of them, I legitimately spent like every day like watching it after I got into stuff. Like, this is what college is gonna be like. We're gonna play all these games and oh my god! But now it really wasn't like that. But anyway, that's what I was.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like these internet shows are really popular now. Even like the Hulu created shows.
It's just easier for people to watch. No one has time anymore to sit down in front of a TV at 8 o'clock. Like, yes, my favorite show.
We're saying watch our show, obviously.
Oh yeah, but we're saying like you don't have time to regularly sit down during a week and like watch.
It's hard. It's hard. That's why we
Netflix,
go on YouTube,
Hulu.
Netflix. People have their own schedules, and the thing with House of Cards is all of the episodes, they're all there, all 13, so you don't have to wait week after week. So
I like that better.
I've gotten through like 9. It's kind of slow moving, but check it out.
I mean, like, who doesn't sit there on Netflix for hours at a time going through a series?
I know.
Week was my latest one, and I went through the whole series, and I was just like, I felt like a zombie afterwards.
But it's so nice at the same time. Okay, now, also, speaking of internet videos, Jimmy Kimmel actually did this little prank on some Coachella guests, and we talked about Coachella a few weeks ago, and it's hilarious because basically what he did was he was joking that, people who go to Coachella, the hipsters, like to say that they know the tiniest bands, the bands that no one's heard of, they've heard of, and, they're just so cool. So they made up names for bands and had people interviewing them and were like, so what do you think of this band? Aren't they awesome? And it was so funny because they're all like, they're amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see them live. But it was a fake band, and it was so funny because these people were just pretending that they knew the bands because they wanted to sound like cool.
I mean, I think that's like hilarious that he came up with that and stuff because it just shows how okay, well, I'm not going to go into the whole psychology, persuasion, all that, but it just shows how people, want to, feel some type of connection with someone else, and they want to always know things. Like, I definitely know back in high school, I used to go to Bamboozle all the time. I was super alternative rock into that, and, even if I didn't know a band, my phone would be like, oh my god, I love so-and-so. I'd be like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I needed to say it, even though I had no idea.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, nowadays, if they say, I don't know, half of rap, someone was just, I just kind of heard Kendrick Lamar, and I was just like, yeah, this guy's awesome, and everyone's just slap you on the back of the head, man, he's been around for a while, and I'm like,
I'm at the point where it's like, I like what I like, if I haven't heard of it, whatever, you know what I mean?
I've been listening to Taylor Swift 22 for the past day and a half. I heard it on the radio, and I was like, oh my god, 2 months until we're 22.
We have the same birthday, so that's why when she says we're 22, that's
why. We're turning 22
the
together.
only thing I'm excited about turning 22 is because of that song, because other than that, I think it's kind of depressing. It's like, we're no longer 21, so now we're 22.
What do you do at 22?
That's old. So
all I know is that I really want to, take a picture and make that the caption of my profile picture 22. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm admitting this on TV that I've had this planned, but don't judge me.
You're
my friends.
first to hear it.
You're first to hear it. You guys are the hipsters now, first to know.
All right, now speaking of, I guess the opposite of hipsters, the TV show Breaking Amish, if you've ever watched it, they're hipsters, all right. No, they're not. Actually, they're returning for a second season, and
even though they found out it was fake.
I don't know that much about that, but it's not going to be in New York this time. It's going to be in Sarasota, Florida.
One of my best friends lives there. And maybe he can jump on the show.
Maybe.
Marcel, jump on the show.
It looks nuts. It looks absolutely crazy. These Amish people just they're nuts. I feel kind of bad, and I feel like it is fake. And so anyway, that's coming out May 12th, so stay tuned for that. But featured anchors Alexis Craighead and Stephen Hunter are up next.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tech. I'm Alexis Craighead. Tuesday on The Voice was the final night of the battle round, and everyone seemed to be a little feisty, in a good way, of course. Team Shakira battles it out to Piece of My Heart by Janis Joplin, and the judges enjoyed both Shauna and Brandon's rendition of the song. On Team Adam, Duncan and Sarah sing Wanted You More by Lady Antebellum. Sarah has this one in the bag, and everyone is already calling her this season's winner. Kathia and Mary Miranda, the other Team Shakira, sing one of her songs, Antes de las Seis, and Shakira chooses Mary to take the cake, but Usher uses his last steal to save Kathia. So that's it for this week. Tune in next Monday and Tuesday at 8 on NBC. Last week, the judges decided not to use their one save of the season, and Janelle Arthur was eliminated. She seemed defeated going into the elimination round and managed to keep everyone around her calm. Paula Abdul showed up to congratulate Candace Glover, and previous winner Fantasia Barrino delivered a performance that will be hard to forget. Since the save is still in play, my guess is that either it will be used next week or there won't be an elimination. But make sure to watch every other Wednesday and Thursday at 8 on Fox to find out.
Hi, I'm Stephen Hunter. In the second to last episode of the season, the following keeps you on your feet. After Claire attacked Carol last week, he has now decided to kill her in order to transform Hardy. The FBI moves in on the cult compound, but everyone has already left. Carol has already taken Claire to hide in a nearby house, but Claire attacks him again in order to help the owners of the house escape, and enraging Carol in the process. Fearing that Carol's plan will get them killed, Jacob asks Emma to leave with him, and Emma responds by saying that she loves him, and then slitting his throat and exclaiming that she loves Carol too. As a distraction for Carol's escape, several cult members start a mass killing inside of an evacuation center set up in town. During the chaos, Agent Parker is taken by cult members and buried alive as the episode closes. Don't miss the season's finale of The Following on Fox, Monday at 9. In the latest episode of The Mindy Project, the office goes out of town for a medical conference. Mindy is invited by her ex-boyfriend Josh to come visit him while she is near where he is, only to discover that he's in a rehab center for a cocaine addiction, which Danny is excited about because he was getting sick of all the people at the rehab center with what he considered to be fake addictions. Morgan is hurt when Jeremy doesn't seem to want to associate with him around the other doctors, so Jeremy makes it up to him by falling into a sweat lodge, where they both become very dehydrated and begin to hallucinate. Watch The Mindy Project Tuesdays at 9:30 on Fox. So Alexis, what's your preference between American Idol and The Voice?
Well, I'm not like a huge fan of either one of them, but I like The Voice better because it's like blind audition. So they're surprised when they turn around and see whose voice matches, like what face matches each voice. So I think that one's a lot cooler because they can't judge on appearance, it's solely on The Voice. Do you watch either one of them?
I used to watch American Idol, but I haven't been watching it this season.
Yeah.
What do you think though about the kind of the performance aspect of someone singing, like, you know, if they dance or their, you know, stage presence? I feel like that is an important thing to take into factor too.
I think so too, because like, I mean, people like performances. They pay to go to concerts and see you perform. So if you just have a voice but you can't do anything else, that's not too interesting either. But all the shows are kind of played out now, honestly. It's like the same thing every channel.
But there's always Pet Star on Animal Planet, which I think sets itself apart from the rest of the competition shows.
Never heard of that one.
It's basically an animal talent competition. So where else can you find a monkey spinning plates on his hand?
Guess on Animal Planet.
Exactly.
Well, that's it for now, but Sarah and Candace will be right back with movie reviews.
Welcome back. Now it's time for some movie reviews. If you thought 2 were the end, then you're wrong because The Hangover Part 3 is coming to theaters. Fandango says, the Wolfpack set out in search of Mr. Chow after Doug is kidnapped by a criminal seeking to recover $21 million from the diminutive hustler as the decadent Hangover trilogy winds out to an outrageous close. The film stars Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, Zach Galifianakis, John Goodman, and Melissa McCarthy. The film is rated R for sexual references, brief graphic nudity, pervasive language, drug content, and some violence. But I think we're all expecting that, right? Find out what could possibly happen in The Hangover Part 3 hitting theaters May 24th.
Mud is a country thriller that will leave you hanging on the edge of your seat. Two friends, Ellis and Neckbone, meet a man named Mud who intrigues them with a story of murder and love. For curiosity's sake, they decide to help the supposed murderer escape with his true love. Little do they know that his story is not only true, but a string of bounty hunters are waiting for them in their small town. Will Mud escape with his true love, or will the bounty hunters get him? Starring Matthew McConaughey and Reese Witherspoon, Mud hits theaters April 26th.
Okay, so now it's time for our favorite topic, celebrity gossip. Okay, so the biggest thing that is going on right now, and I was really upset when I heard about this, because as all of you know, I love Reese Witherspoon.
She's like America's sweetheart. I mean, I know everyone says Jen Aniston is, but let's be real,
It's Reese.
It's Reese.
So if you haven't heard, Reese Witherspoon and her husband Jim Toth were arrested and jailed in Atlanta last week. And basically what happened was her husband was pulled over for a DUI, and he blew, it was like .1 something, so he was over .08. And basically he got out of the car, and Reese had one too many drinks, and she was kind of freaking out at the police officers, and he told her to stay in the car, and she wouldn't, and she got out of the car, so they arrested her. And basically what happened was she kind of said to the police officer, like, do you know who I am? And he was like, no, she said, do you know my name? And he said, I don't need to know your name. And she goes, well, you're gonna find out, something like that. And yeah, obviously this got out to the press and everybody has heard about it, so she came out with a statement and she said, out of respect for the ongoing legal situation, I cannot comment on everything that is being reported right now, but I do want to say I clearly had one too many and I'm deeply embarrassed about the things I said. It was definitely a scary situation and I was frightened for my husband, but that is no excuse. I was disrespectful to the officer who was just doing his job. The words I used that night definitely do not reflect who I am. I have nothing but respect for the police and I'm very sorry for my behavior.
I love how she said that. She
Yeah.
was straight up and honest and stuff like that, because you know a lot of celebrities are like, you know what, but it happens, you know?
Yeah.
No, she's like, look, I drank too much, I said some embarrassing things, and moving on.
Yeah.
And that's respectable. So as much as that was probably not the right thing to do, Reese, I still love you.
No, I agree. I think coming out with it and saying, you know, what you've heard, what I did it, you know, but I'm sorry about it, because denial is the worst thing, because the police aren't going to lie to you with stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I feel bad. That must be super embarrassing. Like, she has kids, you know. I don't know, like, and
I mean,
her
we
hus-
get embarrassed over stupid things at Todd's.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being embarrassed and having the press know.
Yeah, I mean, yes, her husband should not have been driving. And he said he feels horrible for putting Reese in that situation because he knows, as bad as it is, I mean, it is horrible for him because there's a hearing that's going to happen later on in May. But putting with her in this spotlight, this just, you know, goes crazy. It does happen, and I still love her, but that was the last thing I was ever expecting from Reese, you know? And everybody has one too many drinks one time, and
I mean,
combination with the police, that's never good.
we don't want to get into my stories with those situations.
Yeah, Candace, this is surprising. This is the only situation where Candace is like, I'm not going to say anything.
I can't say. I legitimately cannot say anything because of my past. So we're just going to leave it at that. If you want to know, come find me later and I'll tell you my stories.
No, see?
Jersey Shore, summer 2012, 21. Yeah, not the best things that happened, but it was memorable from what I remember, and it was fun.
Yeah,
so.
see, it happens to everyone.
Exactly.
So, you know, hopefully her and her family will, I guess, stay strong during this, because this will be, you know,
I feel like it's not going to last that long, though. I feel like it's going to disappear, and then when the hearing comes up again, then it'll blow up again, and then it'll disappear.
Because, you know, they're basically newlyweds, and they have a little baby now, so, you know, so cute. All right, now...
Her.
You know, we talk about her a lot, but we have to actually mention Kim Kardashian because her and Chris Humphries actually reached a settlement for their divorce.
Shocking. 52 days of marriage, and it takes how long for a settlement? A year?
Yeah, that door slam is like, don't talk about Kim Kardashian, I guess, because no one wants to hear about her. But we're going to mention her anyways because no, but I honestly never thought this would happen. Like, she thought she would technically be married when she, like, gave birth to Kanye's baby. And I guess, you know, for her, good. That would be really awkward if you were pregnant with or had not your husband's baby. Like,
I mean, it happens all the time.
That's true.
It's true. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. That's serious. That happens all the time.
I guess.
And the thing is, in celebrityhood, they switch partners and do all that so often. I mean, my God, that's what she was worried about more than maybe a healthy baby. Like, I don't know, Kim.
No, it's true. Well, I mean, so that's done, and she knows her and Kanye know whether it's a boy or a girl, and she's saying that right now they're buying white, so nobody knows. And place your bet, boy or girl?
Boy.
I say girl.
Yeah, I mean...
It actually might be a boy.
No, the reason why I can understand why you're saying girl is because if you look at our family line, it's all girls and one boy.
That's true.
But, like, I don't know. But buying
Courtney
white...
had a boy and a girl, so you never know.
But the thing is, like, why would you buy white? The baby's gonna be pasty as hell anyway when it comes out of there. Well, no, that's a lie, Kanye. Just kidding. Go with white. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about when never mind, I'm done talking.
Continuing the Kardashian trend, it was recently announced that Khloe Kardashian has kind of been kicked out of X Factor. Mario Lopez is staying on, but Khloe's no longer there, and people have said that the reason behind this is because of her mom, and her mom was really pushy and
Of course, because her mom's
really
psychotic.
Her mom is psychotic. But
I mean, she's ruined their lives.
I really just think it was because Khloe was a bad host. I think Khloe's hilarious. She's probably my favorite Kardashian just because she's real and she's funny and whatever.
Exactly.
But she was an awful host. I felt horrible watching her because she just looked uncomfortable. It was bad. But anyway, so maybe Khloe, I want Khloe to get pregnant out of any of the Kardashians.
Yes, because she's actually married. She's doing her life right.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's been trying for like years, so we'll see what happens. I never want any more Kardashians, but in that case, I would say probably.
Yeah. Or she could just adopt.
That's true.
Nothing wrong with that. I want to adopt. I see nothing wrong with it.
That's true. Okay, now we're going to talk about this very quickly, but we have to mention it. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez have been on and off, and I think they're on again because he Instagrammed a picture of the two of them together, but then he deleted it quickly. But as you know, in the internet world, it's up there for 1 second, and it's basically there forever. So, ugh.
I'm just negative Nancy against Justin Bieber, always. Well,
Yeah.
this show is really turning out into which celebrities does Candace hate? But let's be real here. Who actually appreciates Justin Bieber besides a 13-year-old girl?
It's true. We're not going to go in detail because last episode was kind of like a
Hate on
anti-Justin Bieber episode. But yeah, Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, I don't like it, but it's happening. Okay, now lastly, we're going to tell you a list of people's most beautiful women. They recently released a list, but they have a top spot, and it's actually going to go to Gwyneth Paltrow.
I kind of appreciate that. I mean, I think she's a little too skinny.
Yeah.
But that's her figure. She's tall and lanky. That's how she's always been. But I love her as an actress. I think she's beautiful. I really do appreciate her. She's one of the only celebrities that hasn't gone off the deep end.
Yeah.
And so I like her, and I'm glad that she got Women's Most Beautiful.
I think they're trying to do with Most Beautiful, they kind of pick older women who are still beautiful because they don't want to pick like a 25-year-old and be like, you're the most beautiful. They did Beyonce last year, who's not super old, but they did Jennifer
30s.
Lopez. Like, they're trying to get more mature women, I guess. So, I mean, I think this was a good choice. I don't have anything, like, negative to say about her. But they had an additional list of people, and the other people on the list were Kerry Washington, who's blowing up right now, Django, Scandal. She's really
she's
big
hot
right now, yeah. Amanda Seyfried, she's been doing stuff. Zooey Deschanel, New Girl. She's so pretty.
I've heard many of guys say that Zooey Deschanel is their dream girl. So
Really?
all my friends are like, Zooey Deschanel, yeah, like
Really?
she's hot.
Because she has, I guess, the dark hair and blue eyes thing, yeah. Jane Fonda, so going to older women that are still pretty, so that makes sense. Jennifer Lawrence, surprise, surprise.
I mean, if you can't appreciate Jennifer Lawrence or think she's beautiful, there's got to be something wrong with you.
Actually, Jennifer Lawrence got a new haircut. I don't know if you've seen it. It's kind of like a short bob.
I had bobs most of my life.
I don't like it,
bobs.
though. It looks
I'll have
pretty
to
curly.
see.
There was a picture of it straight, and it doesn't work. But you know what, Jennifer? Like, poor girl. She's been in all these different characters. She's probably just like, I just want to cut off my hair and do whatever I want. You know what I mean?
I could do that.
So, go ahead and do whatever you want. It's kind of like Emma Watson. You're told to either not dye your hair or dye your hair for every single part. So at some point, you just kind of want to do what you want in a way.
Speaking of that, did you see the trailer for her new movie coming out? The Bling thing?
Yes.
Looked
The
so...
Bling Ring? Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
because it's like about those teenagers that broke into Hollywood, speaking
Yeah.
of celebrities. But yeah, that looks really
That
good. You
looks
should
good.
check out her accent.
Yes, because she's American.
And she does it fantastic. She really has been working hard on it.
Yeah. And Halle Berry, we've talked about her, how she's older, looks like she's 25, so it would be weird if she wasn't on this list. Drew Barrymore, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
whatever.
And Pink, who is in crazy shape, like,
She's in really good shape, but I never thought of her as like one of those, like,
most beautiful.
yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not the one making the list. If I could make my list, well, it'd be completely different, sort of. Anyway,
Yeah, mine actually would probably be different too. All right.
we should make our own
We
list.
should. Maybe next episode we'll have a list ready. I'll put someone like unexpected on there, like someone.
iCarly, J.K. Lowell.
iCarly. Oh my gosh. That was so
Awkward.
random. Now she knows she likes Nickelodeon apparently.
Don't judge.
I like Disney, so it's okay. Well, that's all we have for now, but thanks for tuning in. I'm Sarah Luke.
And I'm Candace Barbara,
And this is Entertainment Tech.